Drinking sangria, nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down cause my dick can float. We sail around the world and go port to port. Every time I come, I produce a quart. Put on your life vest, let's drop anchor. There's a nice lady who I like to swank her. Boats and hoes, I gotta have me my boats and hoes. Boats and hoes, I gotta have me my boats and hoes.
All right, welcome back to the OG Minifans show on the Kirk Minahan Network. I'm Steve from Providence with TJ Hubbard. TJ,
What's
how are you?
I am doing great. Great.
Right. Good.
Got myself
good.
a little high noon.
Oh, good.
Watermelon.
They're very tasty.
Very good.
Big show. It's not going to be very long today, but two big announcements, and I wanted to talk to you real fast about the midnight drops. How do you like so far the midnight drops of the show?
I like the midnight drops because I wake up usually around after 5 o'clock in the morning, and I can immediately throw it on, sit in my chair, and fuck my phone while I'm listening to the show for 2 hours before this. My little boy rises. So
yeah,
it actually works out pretty good. And then if I miss anything, it's if I'm out driving around, I'll just throw it on in the truck and listen to the rest of it. It's pretty good.
Now I have been waiting. So Kirk has been on the air for almost 10 years now, and he's been on drive time or major market for 6 years total, including the podcast. So I've been waiting since that day for him to put out a show when I start work at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it has taken this long, and now I never wanted to change. I don't think they're recording tonight, unfortunately. But I love it. This is the greatest thing for me. As soon as I start work, it's there for me and gets me until pretty much the sun comes up. So
they drop it at what, midnight? Because it
midnight. Yep.
I get it as soon as I wake up, so I don't
Well,
so that's pretty good.
It still drops at midnight, you asshole.
No, I know what the fucking time it drops. I'm just saying, I wake up and it's already there. It's nice.
Jesus Christ. I'm all by myself on this fucking island. I'm
all
by myself.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. So
how much wine did you have today?
I'm a bit rattled. All right, so
a little bit of rattledness.
All right, so
wait. So we got an announcement. Let me start with the big announcement of the week. The two contestants coming up for Drinking Buddies Sunday. Two big contestants.
Well, it's two teams, two big teams.
All right. So we got Team Handsome Mexican, which is consisting of Latino Kirk and Ned Snark, up against Team Pink Snuffleupagus, which is intern Justin and intern Will. Gonna be a great time. I think I don't know which one's the thinker or the drinker just yet, but I may
I think
ready to go.
I think if Latino Kirk is smart, say how do you, because I come off like a racist asshole, or do it. I don't want him to grab his dick and say he runs a $40 million company or $1 billion company. So
no.
So I mean, Ned is a pretty. I'll just let them decide. I don't know. I'm not even going to get involved in that.
If I had to venture a guess, I would say Ned Snark will be the thinker, and I have also heard that Will be the thinker. So that leaves Justin and LK as the drinkers.
Yes.
Which one can hold up? Which one will be better to hold? I would say Justin's better to hold up on that end than LK.
He's a bigger boy. He's a bigger guy. Younger. Yeah. He's got the youth on his side. LK, I mean, you see him when he eats like those hot tamale candies. He's ready to tap out. I don't know how his stomach.
It's not good.
He gets nervous at like red hot sauce. Like he starts sweating. I don't know if he can take. The thing is, though,
a little pepper on the mac and cheese.
So the reason why we talked about making a game show, there's been some talks from other people about it. We wanted something that anyone can go in. So these first couple weeks are just, just mainly for you to get comfortable, making sure that you're productive, that you're fluid with the questions. You got to keep score this time, asshole. You got to make sure that the rules are being followed.
Yes. So that's something we need to we need to tweak just a bit on the rules and what goes on.
I would say keeping score is probably the biggest thing. I mean,
keeping score works.
It's typically needed in any sort of
10 beers doesn't matter.
Yeah, so what had happened was, just to be transparent, I was talking a little bit of shit today inside the Minifan chat room.
Here comes the real news.
And
here comes the real news.
And just like on Discord or on any sort of social media, Kirk was looking on and seen me talk a little bit of shit of how smart R.A. Minahan is.
Mm-hmm.
And not this Saturday. So next Saturday, he has challenged myself and R.A. Minahan to a trivia contest. And his partner is going to be Blind Mike.
No other than Blind Mike.
And so Mike has not drank, if he's being truthful, since Madawaska.
Right.
Which was the end of January, the beginning of February? I'm not sure the exact.
February 7th.
February 7th. Okay, so it's been 2 months? February, March, going on
3.
Jesus, going on 3 months.
Wow.
So now the rules, which we didn't do a good job of dictating last time.
No, we were more worried just getting someone drunk. And
we wanted to get it going, and we wanted. Patrick's been talking about a game show for 8 months. And I mean, we're able to throw one out in 45 minutes. Yeah. So here's the rules, because I know this is one show, but there's a lot going on. So you have to have 2 people. One person is the designated question answerer. That's it. That's his job is just to answer the questions right or wrong. The other person, your teammate, you would typically want to be able to choose someone that is able to drink 10 beers in an hour or less without vomiting.
Claims they can. Or claims they can.
If they have 1 minute to drink their beer from the time they start to the time they finish, which is also something that you have to work on, making sure that before you start asking another question, that person is done with their beer. What we're going to do to make sure no one's cheating, they have to open up the beer in front of the camera, keep an empty glass beside them, drink their beer, and tip it upside down and make sure there's nothing left inside of it.
Okay.
This way there's no cheating whatsoever.
That's a good rule.
We're going to have to, maybe whoever is recording the episode, your producer, maybe we can get some sort of timer or something like that. I mean, if it's getting close, if it's 20 seconds, like BA was fucking throwing him back in like record time.
10 seconds.
And
just punched him and shotgunned it. You know what I mean?
The poor prick, by the end of it, he had drank 9 beers, and I think it was just under 40 minutes. And then I had to deal with him throughout the night with text messages. He wouldn't shut the fuck up. He was wrecked. He was absolutely.
He was cocked. So, all right.
So your partner, you got one that answers the questions and one that can either or says they can drink 10 beers in 1 hour or less. The game is 1 hour in total. It is the way that the winner or loser is determined. If the first team to get 10 correct answers, okay, that's automatically a win right there.
Yep.
The first team to get 10 wrong answers, okay, first team to get 10 wrong answers, and congruently with that, your teammate has to be able to drink 10 beers. Now, if on the 5th answer wrong, your guy's drinking beer, and all of a sudden it starts shooting out of everywhere, and he loses control and he can't drink it, the game stops right there.
Disqualification.
Disqualification, forfeit. It's all done right
what do they call that in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest when the guy regurgitates? There's a special name for it. I can't remember. But
losing. It's losing.
Yeah, well, it's losing. Yeah, it's like regurgitation something. I forget. But vomiting. If it comes back up, you're out.
It's done. So now that's what I'm hoping for, because I don't know. Now the problem is this: at Madawaska, I bought my 9 or 10 beers while Kirk was circling the fucking room saying hello to everyone. Breadline Callahan and freaking Kevin for Bristol were giving him shots. Now, he did that no problem. So I'm kind of nervous at the fact that, and he's also put on a little weight since Madawaska. He's put on a few pounds. So maybe his stomach's a little bigger. He can hold that much. I don't know.
Well, maybe Dr. Now will accept him into the program, but
I'm a little nervous about this. I'm not going to lie, because this is going right from spring training right to the World Series. I mean, what the fuck? I don't want to get embarrassed over this. I know RA called me up right afterwards and he goes, "What the fuck did you get me into?"
Oh, you can't get embarrassed just by drinking beer.
No,
you can get embarrassed. What? No, I mean, you can get embarrassed by not getting questions right. You know?
So,
maybe if you do the reversal of fortune, you know.
So now, this week coming up, just for this week, with the interns and with what is it, the handsome Mexicans, you are going to allow them to pick their topics, correct?
I think there'll be 3 topics they can choose from.
Okay.
So those 3 topics will be sports, history, and general knowledge. Okay. I think moving forward, that's the best. Those are the 3 best categories. General knowledge can be, you know, what do they call it? Not hubbub. It's I don't know.
General knowledge.
Yeah, it's just
you fucking asshole.
General knowledge. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, like questions like, you know, what's the diameter of a fry pan or something? You know, something stupid. You know, how many times can Fitzy call a cock or fucking a pork sword?
Let me ask. So I'm gonna just guess that sports questions have to do with sports. You fucking
no.
I am so alone right now.
Solar system.
I am so alone.
How far away is Pluto?
I'm so fucking alone.
Can you guess what the history questions are about?
So Kirk said he does not trust you.
No, of course not.
He said, "I do not trust."
Let's be fair. Kirk doesn't trust a lot of people.
I think his exact words were, "I do not trust that fat fuck." I think that was his words.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's fine. So, listen, whatever makes him comfortable to know that no one's rigging this game. I want this complete on the level. I want everybody to know that these questions will be free. Will be handpicked.
Yeah.
And no one will get them beforehand.
No.
And they won't be readily available for you to go ahead and Google search. They're going to be pretty tough questions. And I think moving forward too, this will eliminate the multiple choice aspect.
Yeah.
Because you get one right, you get one right, you get one right, you get one right, and that's boring.
See, here's the problem though. This is what I'm nervous about. He had said that he'll do it providing he's able to pick the topics of the questions he's asked. So if he's asked movies, and if you ask a movie from 1980, I might as well just line up 10 beers and just start fucking drinking. Because we're gonna.
That's why we have the 3 categories: sports, history, and general knowledge, which is about general knowledge. I don't know if you knew that. Okay.
It is.
Yeah. So we have those 3 categories. And what the plan is to say, okay, well, I'll pick a general knowledge question. And I go to my sheet, look at the general knowledge questions and pick one.
Yeah.
You know, and then go from there. Because if we did anything about Oscars and the Masters, I mean, you're going to be hammered and the show's going to be over in 6 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. And there also is a little bit of a, I mean, there's also a little repercussion if he loses. He did say, and I will quote him.
Yep, go ahead.
He says, if I lose, I'm quitting the show. And he says, you mark my words, I will quit the show. So I take him at his word.
Yeah.
And RA doesn't give a fuck. He says he wants to win.
Yep.
He says he wants that pelt. So I don't know how this is.
Competitiveness in us all. We all want to win.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to do if Kirk quit. Kind of sucks.
He also did say, so he said he will do it next Saturday at 7:00, and I think someone said to him, "Well, isn't Mike and the Minifans on at that time?" And what did he say? I think he said, "Fuck that piece of shit show."
Fuck that show. I think that was it. Similar words. But here's the thing. This might be an hour, maybe 45 minutes. It depends on how many questions you get to write consecutively and you drink so many beers. I think Mike can just do a show right afterwards. We maybe can do a post post trivia show, Mike and the Minifans. Bring somebody on.
I think I'm gonna have to go get my stomach pumped for some fucking reason. I'm a little nervous.
I also think a Mike and the Minifans with a drunk Mike Gary would be more entertaining.
Yeah,
possibly.
Well, there's also
depending on who else.
There's a good portion of it. There's one thing about it is there's no way Mike can cheat because he's gonna have his earphones on, which he'll be listening to the stream, and he can't. In order for him to read, he holds the phone right up to his eye. So there's zero chance that he can cheat on this, which I'm confident about. But he's not. I know he's not answering the questions, but I just feel maybe if he knew something, him and Kirk are fucking. I don't trust them. They don't trust
us.
I don't trust them. I don't fucking trust them because I know what's gonna happen. Kirk's gonna try and fucking do 10-0 and get out of here and just make me feel like shit. It's not fucking happening. Ray's a fucking smart guy. I think BA called him Rain Man, but BA's fucking partner didn't know what color the sky was. That was so fucking bad.
When I say who sang the rock song Refugee, and Jesus Christ, I don't know what other one it was, but Tom Petty, and he couldn't get that.
Didn't he say Toto?
He did say Toto. You're right, you dodo. I couldn't believe it. He said Toto. What was the other one he said? Oh, when I was saying who played Sarah Connor, he's like Sarah Carter. I'm like, who the fuck's Sarah Carter? Linda Hamilton. I mean, you saw her nips in Terminator 2. They were there.
Now here's the thing. The thing that's embarrassing is I spent 5 years in high school and I knew half the answers.
I mean, it was pretty unbelievable. Like I looked down and it's like, oh, this movie won something in 1980. Raging what? Hard on. Wrong. You know,
that was what I'm afraid of is that after that invigorating win against two kids that wore a helmet to school.
How many appendages are in one hand? 6.
So I'm afraid that maybe our egos might have been a little too high. We might have wrote a fucking check that we can't cash.
Well, like I'm the host, so I don't have to play. I just have to read the questions. Which is,
in all honesty, I just got a drink, so the pressure's all on already.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I wish I would have taped.
Now that I think of it,
I have nothing.
There's no pressure on you. You can drink beers just like anybody.
The pressure is really on Mike and on.
No pressure on Mike either. Mike can drink
because there is a chance that Kirk could do what I would do, and that would be answer the first 5 questions wrong.
Yes.
Knowing that you're smart enough to answer 10 in a row, and just hope that Mike vomits all over himself or he fucking falls over, which would be great. So we're gonna have to see what happens. So this week, just to recap, this week is the interns versus Latino Kirk and Ned Snark, and you're gonna work on everything. Hopefully, have any bugs figured out.
We'll try to do our best. Try to figure it all out. I mean, it'll be our second show, my second time hosting something. Maybe I'll get a bow tie this week. But did you listen to any of the show today?
I listened to it's perfect. I listened to everything.
Did you laugh as much as I did? And they did. Listen to how many times Fitzy called his dick different names.
Yes.
I have a list of them. It was pork sword, ham javelin, hairy goal. What the fuck is a hairy goalpost?
It's your cock. I've never heard it.
I know what it is.
I've never.
Pink snuffleupagus. Scrotum Baggins. I don't even know what the fuck that reference is. Tinkle stick. My favorite was brohos.
The only reason why I was laughing at any of those when they were talking about it today was because the show was laughing at how stupid it was.
It is ridiculously stupid.
Don't say.
But I'm always one for immature humor.
Immature humor is fine, but that's a paid comedian. Now,
right. Us saying it's completely different than this fucking asshat who's a paid comedian and is paid to be on the radio. No.
That's why I still have hope for my life and future.
Maybe.
Is because I hear this and I'm like, all right, the guy obviously was editing it, so he came up with the best one out of 10 quotes that he made in order to try and be funny. So I hear that stuff and I'm like, you know what? I still have a little bit of hope left in my life. I'm north of 40 now, but I still have a little bit of hope. Still
I think the best joke out of that line was like, "How about the Zoom? No," or whatever he said. It's like, well, it's not even a fucking joke.
So fucking bad. So
oh my god!
Bad.
Here's the worst part, and I'll admit to it. Like back in 2013 or whenever it was, they followed Fitzy. I'd watched those Patriots things, him, Jerry Thornton, and stuff. I'm like, ha, it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, it's completely different now. It's like, when you go to, shit. Well, it's like, I don't know how to explain.
Here's the thing. We are subjected to good comedy for 5 days a week.
Drink. People have to be in the Zoom. I'm like, no.
My house is
like no. Like, no. Oh, I'm sorry. You're too good to fucking go on camera. You're on a fucking show.
It's tough now because, listen, you've been listening to Kirk as I have and everyone else for a long time now. And I think that's funny. Okay. I think every show, there's a good portion of the show where I'm laughing. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And it's creative comedy. Sometimes it's stupid, humorous comedy, but it's funny. But then when you hear this stuff, you realize in the past you might have thought it was comical, but you're like, what the fuck?
Right. It's completely different comedy now than what it was.
Yes.
The other thing I heard today on the show was when they were talking about the pyramid schemes.
Yes.
And they were talking.
That was good. That was fucking good.
For $140,000 for the year.
Yeah.
Lifelong. You got timeshares.
Yes.
Have you ever been pulled into what's the worst scam you've ever got pulled into?
I remember when I was a kid, my father, he got a key in the mail. I'll never forget this. And it was a key. It said, if this unlocks the box, you win. I think it was like a Camaro or something, like an IROC Z or something. This was when I was a kid, like 10 years old. Whip. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, we got a chance to win this. So he takes me with him and we're in this room and they're going over. So now I don't remember. I know it was for a timeshare. And we were there and we could not fucking leave. Like he was starting to lose his patience. We couldn't get out of there. Then we went in a room, tried the box, it didn't work, and they kicked us out. Like that was it. And I just remember that it was like out in the middle of nowhere that we had to go to do this. That was without a doubt the worst thing. But there was, for my own personal thing, when I was in the Marine Corps, you're in between boot camp and the School of Infantry, and they had the salesman come out and talk to us, and it was about cameras, and it was unlimited picture development. And every time you sent in a roll to get developed, you get another thing of film, because we didn't have the cell phones in 1996 with cameras on them, and fucking people were signing up for this shit. And I remember you'd see them, and they were trying to get out of the contract, and they couldn't. And they used to have to get like the state fucking like a lawmaker to go after these people to cancel the fucking contract. It was like a binding contract. It was brutal.
Have to have your doctor cancel it. Sort of like remember when you used to get 19 CDs for a penny off the Columbia House?
Oh, that was great.
You did it and you just canceled and fucked them over. You're like, yeah, I got 19 CDs. This is fucking unreal.
It was like for a penny. It was like for a penny. You're the first 10 CDs were, and you check off the list and you get a whole box of CDs like 6 weeks later. That was great.
Jeez,
that was a great. They went out of business, unfortunately.
It's funny. I don't buy music anymore I don't purchase the song anymore. You know, I can just listen to it when I want to listen to it, YouTube or anywhere else. But I can tell you, the biggest scam I ever had was back in 2003. Went to a Red Sox game with my wife, and she was, it gets cold in September. It was kind of chilly in the stands, and she's like, I'm cold. All right. So I went in MBNA, that bank or whatever, had a big tent, and they were giving out blankets. I was like, oh, cool, get a blanket. Oh yeah, sir. Here's your blanket. Just fill this out. All right. Well, free blanket. Fuck it. Fill it out. Next week later, I get a little card in the mail, a little credit card. That blanket still hangs in my bedroom for my window, and it cost me $10,000 fucking dollars. It's the thinnest piece of fleece you'd ever fucking see. I could have gone to like Joanne Fabric and just cut a piece of fleece and been the same thing. But so forever, the Red Sox fucked me over for a $10,000 bill on a shitty fleece blanket.
Well, so, they didn't fuck you over. You have no willpower. I'm gonna guess.
Willpower?
I'm just gonna guess that you took that credit card, went to the casino with it. I'm gonna assume you went on like a trip with it, and brought the balance all the way up to max. That's why it cost you $10,000.
That's lots of McDonald's, DeMillo's, Ken's Place, and Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun.
There we go. There's your $10,000.
Well, that's not my fault. They didn't. All I wanted was a fucking blanket. They gave me money. So
you could have tore it up when you got the card.
Could have
activated it. Fair enough. So, this is going to be a little bit of a short one today. Do you have anything that you want to talk about before we get the hell out of here?
No, I think I just got to get prepped for Sunday night for the second show. Yep. Hopefully I do a better job this time. Don't stumble through my words. Yep. And get ready for the following Saturday at 7:00. So, yeah, that's the big one.
Well, I will tell anyone that watches this, get your teams ready because this week everyone's set and next week as well. But what's going to happen is it's going to be opened up for anyone that has a team that wants to go against somebody else. This is something that we wanted to do so anyone could do it. There's people that don't have a chance to go to say Madawaska or anything. They don't feel involved with the show, and they don't want to host a YouTube show, but maybe they want to go on a game show for a night.
Sure,
do something.
Sure. I mean, I had a couple people reach out to me. Ted Sellers, Tara reached out to. If those two would like to DM each other, they can make a team. They can, anybody's after the next couple of weeks here, anybody's in play. We don't want to repeat teams too many times, but once we get past the Kirk and Blind Mike, we'll get you and RA in again, and we'll start carrying on that torch of, win, and keep on until you lose.
Now it is also, he did say it was going to be live. He wants it live.
Yeah. All right.
He wants it live. He did say he wants it live. So with that,
we'll get comments, live comments. We'll get the live show. We get a lot of viewership. So
yeah,
I think it'll be a good time.
I wish I had more tonight, but to be honest, I'm rattled. And I got to think about what the fuck's going on. To be honest with you,
to be rattled about. I mean, I'm the host. That's be a fun time.
Yep.
You just have to. You can shit on your teammate if he gets a couple wrong. You can shit on the other guy if you'd like.
So bad. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll tweak it just a bit, get a little bit more in the way. Just want to let everybody know it is going to be on the level.
Yeah.
On the level. There's no. I'm not going to give questions to Kirk. I'm not going to give questions to RA or you or Blind Mike or Justin. It's going to be on the level, and it's going to be mano y mano.
All right, fair enough.
RA Minahan versus Kirk Minahan.
I don't know if we're going to do a show next Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure. My fucking work is brutal right now. I was lucky enough. My son graduated from high school today, so I was able to have tonight off.
And this is going live tomorrow, so you're having a big party for him Friday night.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So, but other than that, thanks everyone for watching, and hope everyone has a good night. And we
watch Sunday night. Might be a mess.
We'll see you next time. Take care.